Hey everybody, this is Varix with Minecraft Automated, and I just wanted to show you a couple things that I've been doing around the cave. I kind of shrunk some of my farms, just put them over here. Don't really need that much wheat and sugarcane. Yeah, that's what it is. I made my little staircase, goes around and down into the lower parts of my cave. Actually went through and leveled out a bunch of the pillars in between, because this whole cave system, just by getting rid of a few of those, really opened it up down here. So I think what I'm going to do is utilize this space to create some farms and whatnot. Hoppers should be out soon, and we can start automating some of our creations a little better. So that's what's new there. And my big project I'm working on today is a automatic gunpowder farm. It'll also collect things like bones and zombie flesh and the sort. But this is it right here. It's not done yet. Basically what I did was just, I'm using JL2579, his mob spawner system here. And I just found some spot. I figure I can use it here, and I can expand it this way if I need to. Right now it's just one column, and it's probably going to remain like that for a little bit. Let's see if I can jump down here and show it to you. I need some dirt. Let me grab some dirt. To get back up, I've just cut a hole into my ladder that goes down to my mine there. Alright, 31 dirt. Here's some more dirt. Okay, so hop on down here. As you can see, I run into a little water pool, so I had to barricade off a little bit. We've got some dark spots down here. That could be kind of dangerous. So basically what I did is I calculated out how big I wanted it. There is 28 pistons on each row, and of course each of those pistons does the job of pushing the mobs off when they spawn. And it's the style that has the tripwire right here, and it just basically feeds into this redstone that goes all the way atop on all these blocks, and they meet, and 28 is the maximum length you can go with the two tripwire hooks. Go any more than that and you'll have pistons that won't fire in the middle. So it's like this all the way up. What I did was I just started at the top. I calculated out, because as you can see, each row is a block right here and a piston and then a block. So each row is 3 rows high. And then on top of that is the next block, and then a piston, and then a block. And behind this block on each one is the redstone. So I basically dug this out of the cave here because, as I said, I'm going to have everything below ground. Seal that back up. And same thing. And the reason this mob spawner is so effective is because there's no pressure plates here. And the way the code works, there needs to be air blocks on the spawning pads. And if you have pressure plates, that prevents an air block from showing up here, and it can drastically lower the spawn rates. So by keeping it like this, with empty air blocks here and having the tripwire above, you'll get a lot more spawn rates. I'm not going to explain that in too much detail. I hope it makes sense to you, but if you want to learn more, you can go to JL2579's video, and he explains everything in great detail, though it is quite a long video. But yeah, I've been half slabbing these on the way down, putting a half slab above the redstone here, so no mobs can spawn there, and a half slab right on top of the tripwire hook, so no mobs can spawn there. And so what I did, I dug myself a path to the top. I calculated out using the Y coordinates. You see I'm at 40 right now. The top layer is at 63, no, 59 or something like that. And that's right below actually a big pool up on the surface. But anyway, by calculating that out, I could calculate that I could have 8 rows of this. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm working on my 8th. And then after that, I'm going to dig straight down, and it's going to go down 23 more blocks, actually 24. I'm also going to hook up some vines and buttons on here as I go down. So all the mobs that get shot off here, they'll slow down, get their fall reset, and then they'll all fall to their death down at the bottom. And once hoppers get in place, I'll have a big row of hoppers here that they can all land on, and those will all shuttle their drops to chests and keep them nice and safe for me. So this is going to be my automatic gunpowder farm. Obviously it's going to get other things too, but the thing I'm focused on is gunpowder because I'm going to need lots of TNT as I burrow out more holes in the cave and make more exciting inventions. So I'm just going to keep working on this here. I'll kind of show you how I've been working on the bottom row here. Get my shovel out. Okay, so like I said, I've just been building these things as I go. So this is basically what every row has looked like so far. And as soon as I get the row done, I just burrow down again and do more. So let's continue that process. And I have exactly 28 pistons left, which means I counted right. And the nice thing about this design too is you do not need sticky pistons, which are, you know, a little more expensive. But this design here with the 8 layers, it actually used 448 pistons, which is quite a lot. Used up a lot of my my iron and whatnot, and even redstone and stuff. So just put in my string here, and I believe I have my redstone all hooked up. What I did to hook that up is, I'll show you in a sec. Yep, everything's working. So what I did here is basically just burrowed a row, a column around my whole mob spawner system. Oh, here we go. I can get through here. And I put the redstone down first, and then I go through and put the pistons down, set up my hooks. Try not to forget my half slabs here. Make sure mobs aren't spawning where I don't want them to, because eventually I'm going to have to seal this all up and make it really dark. So anywhere a mob could spawn, I want to make that not happen. And we seem to have some kind of warping ability on our server now. I don't think I'm going to use it at all, because it kind of takes the fun out of it. Don't need minecarts for anything, and oh my, that is not good. Whoop. This is the second time I've seen a creeper in this weird little spot. I don't really understand where he's coming from. There's got to be a dark spot around here somewhere. Anyway. That'll fix it. Alright, so we're going to replace this block here. Whoops. Alright, so let me see, I got both sides done? Oh. I think this is one problem we can have with servers. There's a little bit of lag, but hopefully that won't happen to the mobs. I hope. Oh, and you know, one thing I did forget, which actually may end up being a problem. I've heard it's actually best to use half slabs here, because if you get bats, they can actually anchor themselves here and go to sleep, and that means they will have activated this permanently and make it so nothing else can spawn on this pad. So I might have to go back through and change all that out, which would not be fun at all. But, you know, that might just be the best thing to do. But I'll worry about that later. So this is my 8th row. So basically, what I've been doing, I haven't been using any TNT, largely because I don't have any gunpowder yet. But what I've been doing is just, you know, repeating this process, digging these holes out as I go. I've been using a silk touch pick some because I want this stone, and I'm just too lazy to smelt it. So basically, these next 2 layers, I'll just do a quick sample. I don't have the materials with me, but what's going to happen here, I'm going to have 2 rows of vines. So 1 row of vines here, 1 row of vines here, and then buttons. And buttons make it just so the vines can't travel down, which will slow the mobs, you know, as far down as the vines travel. So I'll just dig all this out and put the vines, the buttons in, and then I will have my dropping point, and then it'll just be up to me to dig this all the way down to 24 blocks. So any mob that falls down off of this, I believe I'll have to go to y = 9 coordinate. But anyway, and I did that because if you go down too far, you don't want to go down to 5 because you know you're going to hit bedrock. And I want to put a layer of hoppers here, and the hoppers need to be able to feed into a chest and feed into maybe some droppers eventually or something. I'm going to have to hook all that up, so maybe I can have a minecart that automatically goes from here up to my storage room that is not built yet. And so it can be totally automated, so I don't really ever have to come down here. So that's something I'm really looking forward to doing after the hoppers come out. But like I said, that's going to be a little while. So yeah, you really need to make sure that you start high enough so when you do go down all the way, you're not stuck at bedrock and forced to take out one of your rows. Because, you know, I wanted to make sure this was all underground, and doing that means there was a ceiling. If I wanted to go higher, I would break the ground and I'd be able to see it from the surface. So that's not what I was going for. So anyway, I hope all that makes sense, and yeah, I'll just update you again once I'm a little farther along, and you'll see my progress. What I did was I just went on each level. I broke one of the strings so I wouldn't get pushed off by the pistons, and then I replaced all these with half slabs so I don't have bats sticking to them and messing up my whole deal. Oh, and we're starting to get spawns already. Cool. Alright, as you can see, I put the buttons down. I haven't put the vines yet because I don't want things slowing down. I want them to die if they fall from way up there. I'll put the vines down when I am ready to dig down. So as you can see here, I've just been going through filling all the holes. A little one here I haven't got yet, but I've just been filling all the holes with dirt because if I do expand this farm later, I'm going to expand it this way, and I want to be able to plow through this dirt real easy. No use wasting a pick when I can use a shovel. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to keep going around, patching up all the holes, and it's going to be nice and dark in here by the time I'm done. Then I will have to put half slabs on these rows so nothing spawns on the outside here, and maybe put this up to here and then half slab it just so nothing spawns there. And yeah, then we'll be just about done, and I can continue to dig this thing all the way down as far as I want, where everything that falls will die automatically. And then we'll get hoppers in once hoppers come out, and this will be our fully automatic farm. Oh, the lovely noises of the slimes. They never give up. So as you can see, we've got a bat here, and he is not landing on here to sleep. So our little transformation of the spawner was successful. And we have had a few spawns come down, and as you can see, there's a little experience ball over there that proves it. So I got my buttons put on, got my vines put on. I decided I wasn't going to put the lower vine. Oh, look, there's a skeleton now. I decided I wasn't going to put the lower vine on there because they'll crawl down, and I'll just save my vines for something else. As you can see, the pistons stop here, and the spawn points. Actually, this needs to be a half slab. Almost forgot that. Let's see, does that still work? If you have a block under the tripwire, it'll usually break the connection. So let me just check that real quick. Okay, seems to be working. Sweet. Well, that scares me a little bit, so I think I am just going to drop it down. So I'll go ahead and put half slabs here. And that'll just make it so there's no way anything can spawn here. Obviously they won't spawn there, but let me see, do I want to put a vine here? That doesn't matter. I'll throw one vine on either side here. Okay, I'm gonna go do that to the other side real quick like. It's gonna get dark for a second, so I do apologize. Okay. Again, just half slab those, throw a vine down. Alright, so as you can see, it's pretty dark. If I were to take these two torches out, it would completely darken up. So this thing is encapsulated and ready to go. I got my half slabs down all the way around here. Oh, and you know what? I want air blocks behind the pistons, so I'm going to have to lower these slabs down by one. That's one thing I did not think about. It'll just take a few minutes, so that's no big deal. So the next step is to dig the trench all the way down to level 9 or 10, where the hoppers will eventually go, and these things will all fall to their death. If you're wondering why this one isn't half slabs, it's because, first of all, the vines need to go on there, and second of all, bats can't get under there to anchor, because the only reason these are half slabs is because bats will hide and go to sleep under here. Like on these, they still can, but I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, that's progress so far. Alright, here we are at the bottom of the spawner, and ran into a little bit of lava, no big deal. So what I did was dug this down to Y8, and so this right here, if a mob lands on this, they will die. So I dug this down one additional because I'm going to have my hoppers in this area. See? And creepers are delivering their gunpowder already. So I just dug it down in preparation of hoppers. And I'll just have all the hoppers connected to each other so everything flows this way. Probably into a chest, maybe a minecart system. Haven't really decided on that yet. I don't even have a storage room created yet, so that'll all come when the hoppers come. But yeah, this thing is pretty much fixed. The spawn rates are not bad for just one column. Obviously, if I extended this out 4 or 5 more columns, I would get a ton more items. But honestly, with hoppers and getting everything automatically, it might not even be worth it. We'll just see how the gunpowder comes in when I do get it all hooked up and automated. But yeah, I might add more rows on eventually. But yeah, so this thing is pretty much done for now. And I will definitely update this video, or create a new video rather, once I get the automatic things all hooked up with the hoppers and everything. But yeah, so that's it. That's it for now. I'll clue you in with the next creation that I make. Alright, thanks for watching.